A very good morning. It is the 16th of July 2025. So I've got some few updates from both Kenya, Somalia and Ethiopia, but let me begin with Ethiopia because this is a special kind of report. For the first time ever, I've never had before, but this is the first one. For the first time ever, the Fana Broadcasting is reporting by quoting the National Intelligence Service of Ethiopia that Ethiopia arrested dozens of ISIS fighters. They have not specified how many ISIS fighters they have arrested and the location where they have been arrested. But you will remember that since the beginning of this year, both the United States and the Puntland forces have been attacking or carrying successful operations against ISIS that are based in the northern tip of Somalia, that is in Al-Miska Mountains in Bari region, Puntland. So it seems fighters have been running away from this kind of attacks from both the United States and the Puntland security forces, and it happens that they have crossed into Ethiopia. It has never happened before that Ethiopia has ever publicized the arrest of a terrorist. You will remember that Al-Shabab has been there for a very long time, since 2006, and ISIS has been there since 2018. And we have not heard anything concerning the arrest of terrorists in Ethiopia. So Ethiopia has been a very, very closed society. But now it happens that FANA has reported, quoting intelligence services, that the intelligence services in Ethiopia have arrested a huge number of ISIS fighters within Ethiopia. So let me cross over to Kenya. Yesterday, after a very long time, we saw an attack against the Kenya Defense Forces within the borders of Kenya. So it happened that in Ukunda, Lamu, in the coast of Kenya, Al-Shabab fighters targeted a convoy of KDF soldiers with an IED, that is an explosive, it is an improvised explosive device that was buried in the ground, on the road that targeted a convoy that was moving in a road within Ukunda, Lamu. And 3 KDF soldiers were killed, unfortunately, and several others were wounded. That's according to the Kenya Defense Forces website. So the same also happened in a place called Bodai in Garissa. So Garissa is a small town in eastern Kenya that borders Somalia. So yesterday, in a small town within Garissa, that is Bodai, 2 civilians were killed after their car ran over an IED that was placed on the road. So it seems that Al-Shabab is resurging or emerging again in the border along Kenya and Somalia. Kenya has been successfully, carrying out operations that succeeded in, weeding out Al-Shabab fighters along the Kenya-Somali border. It is a multi-agency, effort that involves both the Kenya Defense Forces, the police, the national intelligence, and even, the communities that live around that area within the border. So let us cross over to Somalia. So you'll remember that the Federal Republic of Somalia wants to recognize Khartoum as a fully fledged regional state within northern Somalia or within Somalia. So yesterday a fight broke out briefly in one of the regions, that is in Senag, in a place called Dahar, a village called Dahar, and it is said that Puntland forces attacked militias within that area, Dahar. So you'll remember that also the Puntland leader, that is Said Deni, threatened of unknown consequences if the federal government goes ahead and tries to recognize Khartoum as a fully fledged regional state. So that is the threat maybe he has given, and it seems he wants to begin a conflict to disrupt the process that is ongoing, that will see Khartoum recognized and certified as a fully fledged regional state. That is that from Somalia, Kenya and Ethiopia. Cheers.